From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Hi. Thank you for watching. And say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Ooh, I'm full. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. From the lobster omelet, that Nikki Dinky, I'll tell you what, when she was here yesterday with all that seafood and everything, yep, I've been dining and divining, and Kevin don't care. So it's all mine. Yeah. And you know what I learned? It's really interesting. That celery root is something real interesting to use. Nikki taught us this yesterday if you go to wendyshow.com, but have you ever used celery root? It has the essence, the flavor of celery, but the consistency, once you cook it down, of like a potato, you know, like hash brown or something like that. Just real interesting. Happy birthday, Joan Rivers. Yep. Joan would have been 85 years, yeah, I know, look, diamonds, look, no, look, come on now. Look, diamonds and sapphires and good enamel. And 24 karat gold accoutrements. I bid on it at the Joan Rivers auction and thought I was gonna get it myself, and then somebody magically made it happen for me. I still have no idea who, like a gift. Happy birthday, Joan. You know what Joan would say? And Joan would say, Wendy, anything but show those big boobs. Now look, this distracts from your boobs. When are you gonna get a reduction? Honestly, we would go back and forth with this. So, you know, we're about to have our 3-week vacation. I'm sure she would say, look, get something done during that 3 weeks. Do you need a doctor? I've got several. Just go to any one of them. And then tonight's Kevin's prom. Yeah. No, and I don't mean that in a sad way. I mean that in a good way. Like, I've been prom mom down. You know, the fittings and the alterations. He gets his hair twisted one place, but that place is not the place where he gets the lineup, because apparently when you lift the twist, yeah, he's got that hair. He's got that hair. Like, yeah. Anyway, whatever. But then the lineup comes from another place, then what cologne should he wear, and then down to the shoes, and then he wants to have special socks, because when you sit down, you know, men like to show their socks. He doesn't want to do ankles. He doesn't feel like doing ankles. Then there's the pre-pop. I just can't wait until and then the full weekend at the beach. He better have some fun in the name of his mom. In the name of his mom. Yeah. Why not? So Cardi B, speaking of moms, you know she's about to be a mom. I think her baby is due like the first week in July. But she's taking a lot of heat because she was at the club the other night with her fiance, Offset. Now, Offset is smoking right next to her. And at first I was gonna say, well, you can't smoke in the club anymore, so what's wrong with being in the club? Look, that wouldn't be me. That wouldn't be me, but this is Cardi B, this is a music artist, and you have to think, you know, her being out, it matters in terms of her popularity and everything. I mean, you slip one time and the next girl's waiting to take her spot, right? So, but she was at the club and Offset's known for fighting. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, what if somebody's there who started a fight with Offset, he couldn't control his temper, next thing you know, Cardi B gets pushed down on her belly or something. It's like a dangerous thing, but people are killing her on social media, regardless of, what she feels. Anyway, so she clapped back at all her haters, and she said, "Since you're so concerned about my baby, send me some diapers and baby formula." Pregnant people at the club have always made me feel uncomfortable. They have. They just like, what do you, sit down. But look, it's a new day. Next thing you know, they're gonna have a pregnancy section. You know? The girls go over there and they, anyway. Speaking of pregnant, so Brigitte Nielsen. As we know, she's 54 years old and she's pregnant with her 5th child. All of her children are older, but she's got this young boyfriend, or a husband. And they've been married for over 10 years. And so, yeah, there he is. He's 39. And I don't know what he does for a living or whether he has children, but maybe she felt the pressure, to want to have a baby with her husband. I like Brigitte. I just feel like pregnant at 54 is, I feel like pregnant at 48 is, But you do what you want to do these days. Look, this is how I feel about it. And then turns out what I said in the bureau meeting earlier this week, a fertility doctor has finally spoken out saying exactly what I said, Norman. I was saying this.
You called it.
And then everybody in the meeting, though, was fighting, saying it's nobody's business how she got pregnant.
Right.
I said, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'll tell you why. The fertility expert that spoke out says that if older celebrities use donor eggs to have a baby and aren't open about it, it gives women false hope. I agree. Suzanne?
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Yep, I agree. It's misleading how every 54-year-old woman's going to think it's that easy to get pregnant.
And
it's not.
every 25-year-old girl is going to feel like chasing your dream of a career, which you should be chased all the way until you're, 45, and then you think that, okay, now it's time to have a baby.
Yep.
It's not that easy. And this is false. This is misleading. The Janet pregnancy, the Brigitte pregnancy, these pregnancies over 50 just. And I'm glad for the women, in every way, better them than me. But so the bureau was saying, it's including Norman. Oh my gosh, she got the high-pitched voice and everything. It's no one's business how she got pregnant. I said, yes, it is Norman. At the very least, she can say she used a donor egg, and then let me have this baby. You guys, I used a donor egg. I'll tell you more after I have the baby. Just relax, and I'll give you all the secrets. Because I don't believe a 54-year-old woman gets pregnant through the traditional in and out. No. Man in the front row with the yellow pants. Why are you slumming here as opposed to being in the Hamptons? You look really fabulous. Our kind of people. Thank you. If I were to run into you at the diner or something, I would swear you would be like one of those not brown noses, but the highbrow Hamptonites who would never swill with the rest of us. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? We're a particular, so you're here. And I recognize you. You've been here before.
We just arrived from Florida 3 hours ago.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Where'd you come from?
From Vero Beach.
Vero
Beach.
Oh,
Vero Beach, Florida.
wow. So we were a destination.
She just retired and I just became principal, so we came to see you.
Yeah, what a show this is. What a show we've put together. What a mess in every way. So, but my thing is, back to the women and kids thing, I feel like, at least by 25 years old, a girl needs to start caring about, having a baby, not to have it right then, whenever you have it, but just ask your GYN, like, look at my fallopian tubes. Are both of them operating? Hey, you know what I mean? Can I even get pregnant? How are the walls in there? Is everything good? Is everything good? But good luck, Brigitte. I do feel as though you owe us a conversation. Like, how do you get pregnant at 54? Tell us. Tell us. In the meantime, Mandy Moore is upset with her ex, Wilmer Valderrama, because he goes on Howard Stern and lies to Howard and tells Howard that he took Mandy's virginity. Now look, Mandy dated Wilmer. First of all, she's 5'9". I'm sure she has on his. He's a small man, but he seems to have that Mark Anthony presence. You know what I mean? Like, come here. I'm like, yes. Smoldering eyeballs and everything. So anyway, these two dated between 2000 and 2002. Mandy she then goes on Howard Stern herself and explains it and puts the kibosh on everything, right? But she says, admittedly, he was my first love, my first real boyfriend. I was only 15 and 16, because she dated him, through 2 years. I was only 15 and 16 years old. She goes, by the way, she went on Howard back in 2006. I don't even know why this... He went on in 2006. Now, when did she go on to...
Like yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah, so in 2006...
I would have booked myself on Howard the day after he left.
Right.
Just to get on there. Anyway, so he's telling Howard, yeah, I took that. I was the first, And so he said about her, the sex was good, but it wasn't like warm apple pie. Well, how was it supposed to be your first time? Number one. And number two, you're lying. So then Mandy goes on Howard Stern this week and she sets the record straight. Just take a look.
I dated him when I was 16 and 17. No. I love him and I still love him and he's a very good friend, and that's why I was so shocked by it, because not only was it a fib, but it was so unlike him. It was so uncharacteristic. He was like my first real true boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
But he did not take your virginity.
He did not.
So when he comes on my show and says, I took Mandy Moore's virginity, were you beside yourself?
Yes.
I would have been absolutely... Would you have been pissed? I would... Pissed. I would have definitely set the record straight immediately, but she's winning on all levels, because I used to not know what Mandy Moore did. Like, do you sing, do you act? I always knew her name. I just never really knew what she did. I put her in the category of, like, Jessica Simpson and the Duff Girls. Hillary and...
Haley.
And Haley. I don't mean that in a shady way. I just mean, nice girls in Hollywood, but exactly what they do. But she's landed this gig on that successful show that I love to check out, This Is Us. She plays the mom, so she's an actress. And she's also engaged right now to a musician named Taylor Goldsmith. That's probably why she had to set the record straight, too. Anyway, Tia, Taylor's a little shorter as well. Listen, Mandy, good luck, but I do believe that the person who takes your virginity, that's, like, don't lie about that. Don't lie. I've changed my mind. I had a very, very heavy opinion about Jesse Williams and his ex-wife, Aaron, for a long time. He's refusing now to give her another dime. And, all right, these two have been together since they were teenagers. They were ride or die, move into Hollywood. He's gonna be this actor. She gets pregnant, she's got the baby. Jesse sets the record straight in the house. We're not gonna live extravagantly like these Hollywood people. We don't need a lot of, pools and cars and we don't need more than what we have. Okay. So then they're going through this. I think the divorce is final, but the child support is still out of control. He's giving her right now $5,000 a month currently. 50? Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. So, yeah, $50,000 a month for 2 children. Their kids are ages 4 and 2. $50,000 a month. But he makes that Grey's Anatomy money. He's been on the show not since it started, but certainly since forever. And now, you know, he's in virtually every scene. The whole show practically centers around. He's a major player. He's not fireable. Well, I guess everybody is, but this is not Grey's Anatomy beef. This is home life beef. What he does on Grey's Anatomy is phenomenal for, you know, the fans. Anyway, Aaron wants an extra $25,000 a month for her children's future college fund. Now, Aaron, I'm sorry. This is where, Aaron, this is what you need to do. That $50,000 a month is a fabulous amount for child support. I understand that he can afford $75,000 a month, but Aaron, and I'd be mad if I were you too, he dumped you and then had the nerve to go on with his life and is involved with, show his new girlfriend. And excuse me, she is a sports reporter. She's an anchor. That means she sits at the desk. Her name is Taylor Rooks. She's 26. If I were Aaron, I'd be pissed too. But you know, $75,000 a month is too much money for two children. You know, Jesse Williams is a star that people know, but he's not in the rap world where you have to have constant security around the kids. It's a different type of requirement. And college, you know, for the kids, when last I checked, like some of these colleges I know, they're like $65,000, you know, a year to go. And by the time their kids grow up, college would be like $100,000 a year. But we did a little math in Hot Topics. If she gets this $25,000 increase per kid, that's gonna come out to $4.2 million for the 4-year-old and $4.8 million for the 2-year-old. Aaron, this is what you do. Girl, I know it's hard and I am all for the sisterhood. Aaron, you take that $50 million, you hope that Grey's Anatomy stays on until forever. Stay off social media and sports channels where you'll see, will you see the new girlfriend. But stay off social media, you know, and use the degree that you got from Barnard College. Yeah, Barnard. Barnard College. That's one of those colleges where every single, it's an all-girls college. It's here in New York, and every single last one of these women is smart, smart, and smarter. These aren't women raised to, you know, sit at home and complain, you know, for an extra $25,000 a year. You got your real estate license, from what I understand, Aaron, then you use that Barnard head and you go out there and you sell mansions. And also, speaking of man, move on with your life. Oh, by the way, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I was telling you the other week when I was talking about Aaron, even her girlfriends are tired of her talking about Jesse, like they, you know, like she's not part of the circle until you stop talking about it, man. Stop talking about it. I don't wear pins very often, and I've never worn this one before. The first time I tried it on at home, thank goodness I was, you know, over carpet, because it dropped off immediately. Yeah, and it was a real piece of work to put on right now. It's got like double clasps in the back. It's very high end, darling. The back, it's very high end. That Joan, she really did know how to live life like it's golden. She really did know how to live. Joan, you really did know how to live. So, now, the woman at the center of Khloe and Tristan's cheatation is cashing in, and why not, I say. Well, her name is Laney Blair, and she's gonna be appearing at the Crazy Horse 3 strip club this weekend in Vegas in honor of her birthday. Yeah. And for you who want bottle service, that's your ticket to meet Laney. And maybe she'll give you a lap dance or something like that. I don't know, take a picture with her. Why shouldn't she cash in on this? I mean, you know, a few years ago, listen, this girl has wanted to be, you know, boy, she did. This is not the one with the baby, is it?
No, that's not the one.
Okay, I was gonna say, what a snapback. Wow. Anyway, okay, So Laney has been trying to, get big and famous for quite some time right now, and she did go the internet thought route on one hand, but on the other hand, she tried her best to be a decent woman. She showed up at the Wendy show. She was in our audience. Yes, no. So, now look, believe me you know how we always do the fashion shows and our models are from the Wendy audience. So, my producers and people are always looking around. Everybody, make sure your lip gloss is tight and everything is right because we might need you for something when you come here. We liked the way this Laney looked. They pulled her in the back. These are all my people. Everybody else is being escorted out. Laney's standing there by herself signing. Look, she's got a Louis Vuitton Pouchette. And we never did the fashion show or whatever it was, but she's been trying. So it's rumored to be said that Blac Chyna wants to partner with Laney and do club appearances together. No, I think that Laney can get more money, but just do it by yourself. While this Tristan and Chloe story matters to anybody. You go out there and you pop, lock, and drop it. Leave Blac Chyna over there and get all your money. Blac Chyna is like, I just think, does Blac Chyna still strip and do all that? Or is that over? I don't know. Laney girl, good luck with your come up. That's it? Hot Topics is over, but we've got more great show for you, everybody. The hottest accessories for summer. But up next, Neo on the couch. So grab a snack and come on back.